Now let's get into the main topic that everyone's been is probably here for. So, mini lad, Craig Thompson. Everyone knows the situation revolving around him. If you don't, you need to go check out previous videos of mine or others. And I think the biggest thing that people recently have been talking about is there's a couple members in the Vanoss crew who like to mention mini lad or Mooney lad, however they'll pronounce it, and they like to reference it and make jokes out of it. Well, to some people, it's just harmless. They're just joking. To others, they think it's unnecessary and it takes away from their videos because they want nothing and they don't want to hear about mini lad, but they're not mad at the crew for it. There are some people who do get a little angry at the crew for it. And then there's obviously people who come over to my channel and want me to talk about it. But I started looking a bit into it, and that's why I included it in the voting thing. It is a little interesting what they're doing, and the most recent thing that they talked about as well. Are they making an effort to talk about it, or is it just something that slips in their mind and makes it into the video? I don't know. We got to answer that question. Is it something that they intend to do going forward to generate more clicks on their video? Maybe. Are they trying to get commentary channels such as myself or others to talk about it? I don't know. Do videos like mine talking about it generate more views for them and put them in a better light? I don't know. We got to talk about it. So there's a lot of those questions, and a lot of them people can very easily answer yes or no or depends and blah, blah, blah on those questions. But you kind of try to think on, like, do they kind of work that into it? Because they have to look at, because a lot of these are like reacting to things. So when they're going to go react to it, they got to know what they're reacting to. And if they don't, they're just randomly picking things and getting lucky every video. Hey, it's a huge coincidence. But if they know what they're going to talk about, they know it's probably going to pop in their mind when they react to it at that time. And they can tell their editors to leave stuff out, but they don't. They want it to remain in the video. So it leaves to the point where what is going on here and what is the goal of everything. So I'm going to talk about mini lad and Craig on another topic and how he's doing. I'm mainly going to focus right now on Nogla and Terroriser and their videos. So I got a lot of clips here pulled up, and I'm here to talk about it real quick. And there's something else about Nogla and Terroriser and even Vanoss that I got to talk about probably after this, you know, and that'll be a separate topic as well. But anyways, I'm going to react to the very first one. This isn't the very first one. They've mentioned it before. You've probably seen it before. They're playing Minecraft or Gmod or something, and there's paths, and they say green for Nogla, blue for Delirious, red for Terroriser or whatever, and then orange for, they pause, and then they say Vanoss says Mooney lad. That one I think I've already covered it in a previous video. Told you it's no big deal. They're making a joke about it. Move on. Since then, I have 3 other videos, and there could be more than this. I could be forgetting one, but there's 3 different videos that they mention it, and it's like a 20-second, it's a 17-second clip, the first one, 12 seconds the second one, and 23 seconds the third one. Okay, the third one, and I think the most recent one, was August 13th. That would have been 4 days ago. The second one was on August 4th, and then the first one I'm going to show here, which probably isn't the first reference, but it's the first one I'm going to be showing, is July 31st. So about two and a half weeks ago. I'm going to talk about this, show it real quick, and then we're going to talk about it real quick on what we think about it.
He was live streaming when a female fan approached him.
Oh, this is great.
How old are you?
See, that's how you save your career, guys.
That's what mini lad should have done.
Fuck you! I'm trying to use footage!
Okay, so he says that. I'm trying to use footage. But it ends up appearing 2 more times after this. So it isn't like he's like he's not going to edit out of this or whatever. Obviously, it's a joke. He's playing a joke that, hey, we probably shouldn't talk about it, but it's funny that we do talk about it. So we all know it's a joke, blah, 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 blah. That's the first one that's being shown. Let me show you the second one now.
Wait, that was a great one.
I think the comparison you're trying to make is that you should have won the esports award, but you didn't.
Exactly.
And the person who did win it was a p***. And Trump should have won the election, and the person who won it is a p***.
Okay, that's the second reference. In another video, I think both of these are Nogla Reacts, yep. So let's move on to the third one, which is also a Nogla Reacts. This is the most recent one, about 4 days ago.
Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke.
Do you know what the editor needs to do?
I'm listening.
You know, on a construction site, days without injury or whatever?
Yeah, this without a person who cannot be named joke.
We should try and see how long we can go.
All right, this is day 0. This is day 0.
So day 0, and as far as I know, it's been 4 days since they haven't named it. But I don't know if you count the day if they don't upload a video then. So I guess we gotta wait for the next video. If they don't mention it, that would be the first video without mention. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I'm playing too much into their fun little joke logic right there. But those are 3 videos where it's named. And there was more before that. Probably more than that. But I did want to mention that those are somebody mentioned it in the chat, Nogla is stirring the pot. It's obviously being left in there and everything. But it's all on Nogla Reacts channel. Okay, so my thoughts about it real quick. Honestly, I still think it's no big deal. No big deal at all. I know I've been getting a lot of comments that people, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about besides it's just a joke. But I don't think it's a reach if people sat here and thought, hey, they're attempting to do this. Like either one, to generate more attention for the videos, which is obviously their goal. They're making content. They want more views. They want more attention, obviously. It wouldn't be too much of a reach, I think, if they were trying to like make this almost like a normal occurring joke, as if like something else of the past was like the Badoop Banana Bus, shark eating a cheeseburger, something that was like almost a normal thing. If this ends up becoming almost like a new normal joke, which is a little over the edge, you should not mention it, but if you do, it's not, it's kind of harmless. I don't think it's too much of a reach if anybody's thinking that or wanting to theorize or think about that. Again, overall, it's just a joke and it's not that big of a deal, but there have been people who have made a big deal about this. It's one of those things that I think eventually will be on like a Vanos Crew iceberg if it ever gets made or whatever, where it's going to be kind of lower, that if you caught it in a couple of these videos, they have often referenced it XYZ. Does joking about Mini-Lad hurt the victims? Again, that's the thing. I personally don't think so. I don't think this joke is really going to affect anyone besides Mini-Lad and the people making the joke, okay? And having Mini-Lad be an old friend of theirs, do they have more of a right to do it than anybody else? Not really. Does anybody have the right to go online to just joke about Mini-Lad? I mean, kinda. You got the freedom to do it. Now, whether or not, I think at the end of the day, it's about how the viewership's going to hold people accountable for this. Are they able to make more jokes about it? Can they make an entire Gmod map surrounded, like, made about Mini-Lad and what he did? Would that be taking it too far if they made an entire video about it and they joked about it and they were laughing the entire time and being like, oh my god, this video is going to be so bad? And they made it, like, someone made an entire Gmod map about capturing Mini-Lad, putting him in jail. Would that be too far for the Vanos Crew to do something like that? Would that be too far? I mean, you would definitely split people down the middle, where some people would be like, okay, that's way too far. You cannot make an entire Gmod map where the goal is, it's like a death run and you got to capture Mini-Lad and put him in jail. Would that be too far? Some people would be like, yep, that's too far. Other people would be like, no, that would be the most funny thing I think they could upload right now. They should do it. What would you guys think? I don't know. I do think Mini-Lad being the butt of the joke, and if it's directly about Mini-Lad and it's not pulling in other people, they're not trying to stir drama. Some people like to say that when commentary channels talk about drama, you're giving Mini-Lad more attention. You shouldn't be giving him more attention. Nobody should be giving him any attention. That's the best way to handle it. But by them making the jokes and everything about Mini-Lad and stuff like that, or about an old friend, it does entice some people to go check that out, and they are technically giving the attention by putting like Mini-Lad and as the butt of the joke. It's the same thing with the Keemstar thing. I think Smitty and Kraus made a couple jokes about Keemstar before. Vanos Cruz made a couple jokes about Keemstar, making him the butt of the joke. And overall, yes, it's giving it more attention than what it should be, or does it not really matter? So, me personally, I think they're just jokes. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Going forward, will they be making more? Well, probably. They just made the joke at the end. How many days can we go without a joke or whatever? I do think there will be more going forward. Will it be a new normal thing? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a couple jokes for a while, but I think eventually it will stop. I don't think it'll be a new normal. They probably won't ever talk about Craig or Mini-Lad as a serious thing until they get to the point where like they're getting kind of wrapped up with YouTube, where they're done, and now they can start talking about their life and their career, and they can start now making money on telling stories about it. I think at that point, Craig or Mini-Lad might be mentioned, but that would be more farther, way more down the line. I don't think, me personally, I don't think that jokes like that will happen forever, but I think right now a lot of it will happen, and it will catch a lot of attention from the commentary channels. It will catch a lot of attention to regular audiences who get it and want to talk more about the drama. It will happen like that, but I don't think it will be like a reoccurring thing forever. It's not going to be like cemented as one of those awesome jokes like Banana Bus or Sharky and a Cheeseburger or something that always like gets re-referenced down the line. I don't think this will, but it could. I don't know. I do think it will go on for a little while. I personally think. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the whole situation. Should they or should they not do it? And if they do it going forward, should they double down on it and make an entire Gmod map about Mini-Lad and play it off as one big joke? Or do you think they should not and they should just keep it small? Or should they not at all? Let me know down in the comments, obviously, what you guys think. Now, moving on.